Hello, everybody. Just bear with me. I had a slight problem with one of my cameras just before I went live, and things went Pete-tong very quickly. How's the sound? Hopefully good. No, it's just you had a build show on a Monday. Well, two build shows on a Monday, one on a Friday. It just got oversaturated, so that's why I dipped for a bit, Tim. Oh, good, Leander. Oh, how is everybody? Five watching. Thank you for joining. We have Leander. We have Tim No Zebras. All of his No Zebras. I don't know who else is in chat or is watching. Don't be shy. Say hi. Oh, yeah. I've got the compass tank in there, and hopefully I'll be getting a dry hit pretty soon. So that can be rebuilt. Put that one back on there. Remote. Power that up. I've got my topside dual carbon. Lovely big cat clouds. To start off with, I'm going to be making some more decors to get the run of wire built down for a little bit. Yes, I have the Serin. Absolutely love it. I do have Mr. Cow's Irons. How are you doing? All the way up in Derbyshire. Or as I call it, fucking Big Hill Country. Yeah, I'm building up stock for Expo. I'm waiting for a wire order to come in. It's definitely low on 28 gauge wire at the moment. So hopefully that comes in the next couple of days. Oh, you having aquarium problems? That's not good. Do I do wire shots? Not at the minute, but I can send you wire shots if that is what you require. Oh, diatoms. Oh, yeah, fighter. Yeah, that's not good. Where did I put it? There it is. And change to that screen there. move that over a little bit and over a little bit. There we go. It shouldn't be a mission. It's saying that I used to knock up 1,000 sets of fuse claptons before Expo at one stage. It's yeah, me saying it's easy. For me it is. It's just years and years and years of practice. Yeah, I'm just using up the last of this decor, and then I'll start doing aliens. And the temperature's picked up and my cat is molting, which has been a pain in the ass. It's like most things, Leander. It's practice. Start off slowly. If needs be, use thicker gauge wire to get the practice in. If needs be, use the brand that shall not be named crazy wire, but it's a good practice wire. Radar, how you doing? One of my new subscribers from the CNC bits that I'm doing. What sort of swivels are you using, Leander? Are they just fishing swivels? Ball bearing ones? Yeah. This will make you laugh. My first rig that I made had the drive wheel from a tumble dryer. Gaming Vapor, how you doing? Free Rider, how you doing? It had basically a big plastic puck with a standard these are ceramics, but it had a standard bearing like this, with steel bearings in it, and I plugged the sensor hole with Sean Lynch, how you doing? With basically a piece of wood and one of the screw-in hooks. And I used a screw-in hook, screwed the big puck to a block of wood, overhung the table, overhung my drill from the table about that much, and then just let it rip on a small cordless hand drill and just let it rip. I made countless amounts of fuse Claptons, chain wire, staples. I ran that for about three years. And then I changed over to not the current motor that I'm running at the minute, but one similar. Which is just 12 volts Snowman. Which is literally just a 12 volts motor, a speed controller, and a foot pedal. So as you can see, I'm holding the spool in this hand. I'm controlling the core with my left hand. And it doesn't have to rip at full speed. I'm only at about 50% on the speed controller. That's ample for me. Have you not, Freerider? Are you going to Expo? I don't make massive long lengths of decor because I don't need to. Not this year. Oh, that's not good. With it being the last one. Well, potentially the last one. I've also got some news on what I'm also producing for Expo and release on the website. Which I will show you shortly. My swivels at the moment are a modified version of the ones I have off Cal's Irons, which is basically a ceramic swivel, a collet, a fishing swivel, and that's held down to the table with the vice clamp. What I should have done is kept the that's going to be a pain in the backside all night now. Every now and again my knuckles pop out of joint. The joys of getting old. Oh. But I'll also create a code that's going to go live just for this show, and it will be active for 24 hours after the show. It's not active yet, but I'll do it whilst I'm still on the live, which will give you 15% off instead of the usual 10 with the codes that are knocking about. I'm currently, as I say, I'm waiting on a wire delivery. At the minute, it's having to come from Florida. That could be however long. Just bear with me. Don't want to see my ugly mug all night. There you go. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. Rhinestone, how you doing? Getting up to turn 15 tomorrow. I wish. But yeah, it's one of those typical expo, well, pre-expo workup. I'm good. Just having dinner, literally, just before I went live. Nice slab of moo cow, new potatoes, mushrooms. Does me. It's just got wood. Wood. If wood. Wood. Oh. I hope you're keeping well, Scott. Are the boys not playing Call of Duty tonight? Yeah. It's getting a bit lively. Are you coming to Expo, Scott? Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay, fair enough. Spain to Birmingham. Yeah, I'd go Spain as well, mate. Shrek or the pretty ladies on the beach. I know which one I'd rather look at. Come on, get out. No offense to Shrek. He knows I don't mean it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? There's no contest there, is there? A grand, well, oh, all inclusive, 10 days, Spanish sun, or 3 days of looking at my ugly mug in Birmingham, where more than likely it's going to piss it down the rain. No, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too far off. Hopefully the sound of the motor on the bearing swivel isn't too loud. I know it's not peaking on Streamlabs, but I'm a bit conscious of how loud some of my kit is. Leander, is it just a fuse Clapton shots that you're after? Pardon me, did I say that out loud? Cool. You've got my WhatsApp. Message me and tell me how many sticks you want. And I can sort a price out for you. Oh, have you still got the overpowered? Oh. Lovely bit of kit that. Still got mine. That's sat there. Next to everything else that's on my display stand. Good. It's been a spell since I've made Aliens, so the first run is more than likely going to be a cock up. Try keeping track of this when it's fully bouncing around. My eyesight's absolutely crap at the minute. Hey John. How you doing? I will get zoomed in so you can see exactly all I'm doing. What I'm doing at the moment is basically making a big spring. Well, a compressed string that will stretch at the minute. Do. Oh, I have to put on my binoculars in a minute. That's the point where I'm on binoculars. Oh. Just getting rid of all the man glitter off the lenses. They glow yellowy green, and I can still lose my glasses case. Go figure. Does help if my desk wasn't filled with crap. One more. The thing is, yes, I have it perched on, I haven't perched on the end of my oh, what have I broken? My soul, my dignity, my marbles. I haven't broken my child yet. I'm doing well at the minute. Oh, yeah. I have my glasses perched low because I can see what I'm doing up close with them like this, but I struggle to read the screen at distance. These are close-up work glasses, and I'm a tightwad, and I can't be asked to go varifocals or bifocals or anything else. So yeah, it's one of those things. And even like this, I still can't see the actual wire I pay attention to where the wire's been. As you can see, just where my thumb tip is, there's a shine, like a shine, where the wire's thicker. I watch that, like, I physically cannot see the wire in my hand unless it picks up the light. But saying that, I've been doing this for nearly 17 years. So this is kind of muscle memory. This was my bread and butter for many years. Aliens I didn't do because I had a fixed mount rate with a set distance between the... What we're doing, I'm making... I'll show you in a second. I'm currently making a compacted spring at the minute. It's called a decor. Right. It's a 38 gauge wire around a 28 gauge wire to make a long compressed spring. It's I'm having to watch my cat at the minute because guaranteed I do aliens, the cat wakes up and and thinks it's fucking playtime. But it's currently in its relaxed state, and it will go into tension the more you stretch it. An alien wire is basically what I've just made wrapped around 328 gauge, but the opposite direction to the way I've just spun this. And it gives like a wavy pattern over the three coils, over the three cores, and it will give you let me just look and I will show you. Just gotta log into the website. Let's go to, is it this one? Yes. It will basically give you that wavy pattern there across the three cores, and that is what's known as an alien wire. that is currently what I'm in the process of making. I can knock that off. So yeah, it took me ages because I'm left-handed for anything that for most normal day-to-day activity. I write left-handed. I use my fork left-handed. But as you saw with wrapping the decor, I'm right hand dominant, so I work from left to right. My thumb, years and years and years back, went through a router blade, going at full chat, and took the top, near enough took the face of my thumb off. I have no feeling in it whatsoever. So it's a hard one to judge how the wire's coming off the decor, getting the right tension. So I go Michael Jackson and modify a glove. Get rid of that bit. I modify a glove so that hand, my thumb is just applying the pressure. The rubber is actually relieving some of the friction of the pressure, so I can gauge how it decoils from the decor over the three cores. Aliens, yeah, people say it gives more flavour. Some people say it spits and you get a bit more taste off it because of the juice. It all depends on how much power you run through it. I'm just seeing how. Yep, that's back up. All depends on how much power you run through it and how you vape, basically. I run aliens in this at a single alien in this at 45 watts. That gives me one flavour. I run a single alien in this, and that's running at 70 watts. Thank you, and play. I'm running 2.5s in there, and I'm running 3mm in there. Each coil runs differently depending on the mod and the power that you're running through it and everything else. It's it's just one of those. I've in my big boy here. Ooh, I think I should. Yeah, my Valhalla that's been sitting for a while. That's got 4mm IDs in there. Ideally, it should be 5s. And if Cal's Irons is still in, can you make me a 5mm coiling jig? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. How's your father? Pretty, 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 please. No, I'm only joking there, Cal. I keep putting your shit down and losing it. But the hog is basically a running a big power series. Dougie, what's up? How you doing? Right, let's move things around so I can get set up. Without disturbing the puddy twat. Because the puddy twat is a twat. Oh fuck, he's looking at me. There we go. Now you can see my motor a little bit clearer. All it is a 24-volt motor with a 8mm to 6mm collet. Oh, this is okay, Radar. Take care. I will see you in Grumpy's streams. Are you running a birdie specials? Double O, none of your business. Maybe. Oh, Free Rider, you will love. Oh. Come on, focus. Focus. Let's turn that down a little bit. You'll love them. They are absolutely banging little buggers. Fiery, fiery, fiery. Oh, woo! Right, let's stay there, putty twat. I'm watching you. For once. Normally she gets down and then fucking she'll jump up, all claws, into my legs. My legs look like they've had a bad day in Baghdad. This is why I like dogs. The bigger the dog, the better. Because that way, you can't trip over them. You can't kick them across the room as easy. And you don't get laughed at like a fucking girly. Oh shit. But saying that, this fucking psychopath. It's not afraid of anything. We took it to the vets years ago. And oh no, this thing don't race anywhere apart from the kitchen when he wants feeding. But years ago, I was taking it to the vets, and there was a husky next to us. It's in a cat carrier with kittens inside. This thing is going absolutely crazy. I put my hand in to try and calm her down, and she clawed the living shit out of my hand. They say cats get the zoomies. This thing, yesterday, it didn't move. I've got a towel, and it was sat here, and it didn't move for 18 hours. Then it had something to eat. It went out, came back, jumped up my leg, and absolutely annihilated the shit out of my leg. And the boys think it's highly amusing when the dickhead jumps up on me. Professor, how you doing? And inflict pain on me. If I'm still going and one of them comes down, my tormenting little nut job, he just sits there and pokes fun at me. Or just comes up and pokes me. Comes up and bites me. He's not fussed, really. He'll just come up and annoy me. Because he can. I'm okay. I'm just trying to get ready for it. Expo that I'm doing in May in Birmingham. Um, she's chill to a degree. She's stupid. The only cat that I know that's scared of heights. She's run into our glass patio doors a few times. Jumped off the back of the sofa and twatted straight into the patio doors. What else has the little nut job done? No, I'll give up. She hates me, but yet she loves. Recently, over the last two weeks, she's decided I'm going to come and perch on here. I kind of know why, because she's not allowed on the sofa. My son has decided she's not allowed on the sofa, so every time he walks in the room, he picks her up and puts her on the buffet, which she doesn't overly enjoy. And as soon as his back's turned, she'll jump back onto the sofa. He'll walk back in, and I've watched that go on for half an hour or more. Then she'll play sneaky, and she'll there we go. Let's see how much closer I can get in. Not that close. Actually. Oh, I can. But the mount is stuck, so I can't. Hobo! Oh, that's as pretty much as best I can get it at the minute. Yeah, that's pretty much the best I can get at the minute. But literally, normally what you do with decor is you'd stretch this out so it's like 3 times the length. I used the no stretch method, which you don't stretch it, basically. Turn that down. I've changed the direction on the speed controller. And basically what I'm doing is judging the stretch as it comes off. if you leave the stretch too short, it turns into what's called mohawk. Instead of laying flat on the wire, it basically it turns into a triangle. Not doing too bad so far. And I spoke too soon. But there's enough there to make a set. Oh. Right, if you can see, come on, zoom in. In the confusion there of wire, this piece here is where it's triangulated, where the three cores are like that, and it's wrapped on wavy underneath, come up, and it's kind of kinked, so it's a triangle at the top, and then wrapped flat, triangle on the top, flat underneath. And that is basically a mohawk coil wire. I'm sorry, dickhead, I'm looking for something. No, wrong one. That's my 4mm. That one's my 4mm. That one's my 3mm. Oh, the cat's going to enjoy herself and inflict pain in a minute. That one looks like my 2.5mm. Nope, that's my 3.5. That's my 4. But it's not that I'm looking for at the moment. It's my flat pliers. I'm sorry, dickhead, but I'm looking for one of my tools. Oh, there it is. Just hold still, will you? Pair of flathead pliers, smooth flush closed pliers, and I'm not using it to flatten the wire or deform it. I'm just using it to I'm only applying a very fine amount of pressure to just lay the 3 wires flat, because they do tend to bunch up a little bit. I'm just replying to a text. Just bear with me for a second. Someone wants a link to the live as well. Live. Right, just bear with me. Close that off, put that back in there. Oh no, you can shut up. Flavor Craver, that's that. Then share, copy, what's up, dipshit? No. Copy. Flavor Craver. There we go. That's a link dropped into Flavor Craver. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. All I'm doing is basically just gently closing the jaws on the wire to flatten it, to make sure that the cores are laid flat. Before I wrap them. There we go. Just trim that a little bit there. They're nice and neat. Move those out the way, and that one out the way. There you go there. All I'm doing is trimming off the dirty ends, as in, not dirty as in physically dirty, but they haven't wound clean. Don't know if you can see. Come on. Come on. No, it does not. It's not showing. Typical. Flavor Craver. Alright, get rid of that. It basically, one side shows the pattern more than the other. Don't want to show crotch shots. But one side it looks flat but has the wavy pattern through it. The other side is more defined. And that always goes to the outside of the coil. And then slightly wrap them together. Five, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then my trademark of how I lay a majority of my coils out. They have you leave it alone, it's not a fucking toy. Fuck off. I lay the legs flat so when you look at the coil, they sit, 2 legs, they sit literally parallel to each other. That way it's easier, just straight slot them in for install. Normally I'd do this a lot quicker than I am now. But I've got a camera on me, so it's one of those. I'm out of practice with doing it with a camera on me. So as Wayne, Mr. Flavor Craver, so politely said, spazzy hands. I've got spazzy head. There we go. And bend over. And then if I really wanted to make him nice and neat, which I do, I'm just because the wire's got a natural twist to it, putting, instead of having one wire flat and one wire on the twist, I'm just flattening them both out so they're both on the level. On both on the same wavelength, not looking like the old corkscrew from Alton Towers. Those are 5 wraps. They'll come out at 0.15 ohms. That's normally what I run in my mouth and in my direct lung BORO tanks. Because the Serin doesn't have a large airflow air pin, it's I find it rather awkward. So what I tend to do, Nicky Maynard, the man just down the road in Rugbyshire. Pardon me. 0.15s is a joule, or you can run them in single, and they'll come out at 0.35, which are ideal for BORO. What are you making noises at, you stupid retard? My cat's been a dev. Every time I go near it, it makes a noise. Usually before potting up, I will use a little jig like this, put the legs in and trim off any excess, so it's all nice and neat for when they come out of straight out of the pot. Need to get some BORO coils off your expiring. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just hoping my wire order turns up by then. Because if not, I am absolutely fucking screwed. I mean, I am proper screwed. I thought I had another spool, but I don't. So I am twitchy bum at the moment. I had to put the order in. Oh, the James Bonds, you'll love them. Free rider. I put the order in back end of last week. The problem is it comes from Florida and it takes 4 weeks. I used to send coils out to Florida and I could get them to Florida in a third of the time. Let's turn those James Bonds. These are a bit on the tasty side. Very, very violent. They're N90 cores with N80 outer fuse. N90 for the ramp up and the heat, and the N80 for the flavour. They're a spicy meatball. Iron Mike. They're a one spicier meatballs. Let's turn the res up a little bit and sort the focus. That's better. Yarp. They come in just a tad under 007. Once they're bedded in, they'll be 007s all day long. Yarp.
I want you.
Oh, okay.
I take it you're live.
Yes.
I'll time on that.
Just bear with me one minute. I'm just going to put the intro music on, so if you've got headphones on, it shouldn't be too loud. I'm needed upstairs for a minute. I'm back. Oh, just sorting out a few bits and pieces that need to. Well, my wife's just keeping me in the loop of what's going on at the moment with one of the kids. They've basically, both of my twins have been out of education for a year, thanks to the local authorities. One not granting an EHCP, and with the other twin, he's got an EHCP, but they wouldn't give funding for the college that he wants to go to. Went through mediation, went to tribunal. We paid for a private advocate. We had Sendias involved. And there was still no. The college then got involved. Less than 3 weeks later, he's got a place. And on Wednesday, he starts Cat, fuck off. Oh, you dickhead. You absolute mupptard. You furry fuckhead. Yeah, they've granted placement, and he goes in for what do you call it? A gradual break-in to the setting on Wednesday, before his course actually starts in September. So he gets used to the setting, the placement, the teachers, and all that lovely stuff. And he's got a but yeah, I can do the same variation, Nikki, in 0.1. That's not a problem whatsoever. I can do it in a tricore fused and an alien. Right, where was I? Before I was rudely interrupted by my furry number of a cat. Shut up. I tried running 50/50 through BORO, and I can't do it. It makes me cough like a fucking, like I'm back on smoking 60 a day. Go back to 70/30, same coil, same cotton, nothing. Fucking stupid, isn't it? When I started, I was doing 50/50 Hansang cheap shit juice many years ago, and I was doing that at 32 milligrams. I'm doing it at 8 milligrams of salts, and can't do it. Cannot do it. Oh. Oh, no point going fucking shy now, you little dickhead. So I just went to do this, and the cat pricks its ears up and looks as though it's about to get up as I'm about to start. Binoculars. Oh. Oh. What's going on with this sodding foot pedal? I think the speed controller's on its way out. This is running at like 10%. There we go. Oh, that's... I'd say a foot. Yeah, point one was my go-to for many years. I did run Bond builds and birdie builds for a long time on Mac. Then COVID happened. I went to I did go to disposables for a little while. Since then, I've been off disposables onto BOROs and squonks. Damn, Skippy. Still, tank is dry, but I'm still not getting a dry hit. And when I do, you lot will fucking piss yourselves because I will cough like a girly. All I'm doing at the moment is just making sure that the cores are flat. They look flat, they feel flat, but I'm just making sure they're flush close pliers, a little bit of tension on it so as not to crush the 38 gauge. Some people have been known to put this through like a pasta mill, pasta roller. I never have. It's each builder's personal preference. What I have done in the past for some of my braids is I've basically had a hardwood, a piece of hardwood, drilled a small hole in it, and then pass the actual braid wire through the hole, just to pull the braids a little bit tighter and make them a bit more uniform. Depending on the wire itself. Oh, I apologise profusely for my squeaky chair. It's been squeaky since I bought it, and it's still squeaky 2 years later. And then just check the orientation of the wire. Three mil. And then 5 wraps. This makes up 0.15s and possibly both. Very possibly both. When I stand up, both my knees crack. I stand up and it sounds like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Going snap, crackle and pop. Normally I work at this level, it's more comfortable, but because I'm on camera, I'm trying to get used to leaning this far away. Five wraps. Can I make 3 out of this one? Did I make enough? Yeah. Plenty. And because it's one leg's a little bit longer, let's zoom in a bit more, put a bit of light on the subject. There we go. Because one leg was a little bit longer, I've just flipped it round. Can't. How many more pulls do you reckon before I get a dry hit? Because this has been dry pretty much. Oh, I'm not. I feel 60. I feel about fucking 95, but still no dry hit. Look, the tank is fucking bone dry. It's got nada in there. Squat diddly butkus. Fuck all. I've been vaping on this since the start of the live, which has been it says 110 minutes, but 1 hour 50. Still nothing. I have a magic vape. It runs on nothing. How? Oh, my back, my back, my back. I'm going to die from a dry hit, and then I'm going to rebuild it. And because I'm going to rebuild it, I'm actually going to do, instead of 28 gauge cores, I'm going to do a 2.5mm build. With this wire that I'm about to do, which is basically a 2-core 26 gauge with a slightly stretched D-core, and my Fitbit is telling me to go fucking sleep. Fuck off. Oh. In the words of the Virgin Mary, come again? What is sleep? What is this sleep? these calls that I'm making, this call that I'm making at the moment, the 2.5mm variant, that would be up on their website, but I've been a bit lazy and I haven't taken any photos of it. And without photos, I can't really present it. Otherwise, these would be available on the website. Come on. Ooh. There. I'm actually thinking that this chair is reflecting my soul creaking. All this does a little bit of extra light on there. All this thing here does is just keep the cores flat as it's wrapping. All to try and aid a better wrap of the alien. That's all. Oh. Eep. Oh, you tit. Normally I'd do this with 27 gauge decal. There is going to be a lot of waste on this. Anyone see Grim Green and Dwayne make the gargoyle hoof back in the day. I'm tempted to actually make some and see what it actually vapes like, because I remember watching. I was in that live when they did that, and that was absolutely hilarious. When they did that live, when Dwayne was trying to, when Dwayne and Kent were trying to teach Nick how to build wire. There should be enough there for what I need. This is a quick down and dirty build purely for myself, so I'm not worried about how neat it is. As long as I can get enough wraps. Because I did re-wick it there, what day was it? Saturday. For myself, because I had a glass issue, and Azza at Early Bird sent me a care package out for to replace the glass that broke. This one I'm only doing it at 4 wraps. Still no fucking dry hit. It's not even coming in as a dry hit. You know, you get that burnt cotton taste. I'm not even getting that. I'm telling you, this thing is bone dry. There is no juice in this tank. Normally the vapor breaks off first. Nothing. It's working on witchcraft. That was the starts of it. No, that's gone. only took 2 hours. I'm not taking another pull on that because I will cough like a girly. Right. Oh, there was a tiny bit of juice in there. But the front, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No juice in there. It's pretty much bone dry. Right. Because this is a quick, dirty build, as I call it. Take off the magnetic bottom. Carefully slide the glass out. Pop that up. No. Oh. It's playing a little bit hard to get, but we have ways of making you talk. There you go, just break that. Well, crack that. Bear in mind, I'm a vapor of many years, and I still hate the feel of juice on my hands. Fucking hate it. That's why I call this a dirty install. Years of doing them at Expo. Look at that. Dirty coil. It's still got plenty of life in it, but it's just what I class as a dirty coil. Normally, for my own use, I would keep that in. That's a 5 wrap coming out, and that was reading 0.35. The new one going in is going to read between 0.25 and 0.28. You sit there, cat. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna get fired at by bits of cotton, bits of wire. Oh. Before, that coil there's been in 4 weeks, and it's been a little workhorse. So 4 weeks is good, and it's time to retire that little bad boy. There we go. That's that. No, I can't dry fire my coils in the drip tip, in the chamber cap. Ooh, take that out of. Take that off 70 watts. Bring that down to about 20. And coil brushes are available on the website. As you can see, I'll turn the resolution down. The coil is glowing. And as it's starting to come into cherry red, you can't do this with stainless steel. It is a bronze tipped brush. No hot spots, and it is reading 0.2. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to go and run something up to the wife. And I'm back. Oh. Right. where was I? It's reading 0.2 at the moment. Let's fully glow that. .22. Let's get some cotton ready. We've got some cotton. Let that cool down. Have a slurp. I'm still waiting for Coca-Cola to hit me up with a sponsorship deal. Be most grateful. The amount of this shit that I drank. Shane, Mr. Atkins, how you doing? Currently just building the Serin mid wire build session. Because it needed it. This isn't a tutorial or anything like that. It's literally, it needed a rebuild. Pardon me. So it's getting a down and dirty rebuild. And where's my juice gone? There it is. Shameless plug. Wick Addictions vanilla custard. Other custards are available. This has been way overdue. The coil that I've just taken out has been in for 4 weeks. There's nothing wrong with the coil. Literally, it just, you know, when the flavour drops off, you can clean a coil. No, I don't. Power mode, yes. I want power mode. What's yes? Ooh. Oh, this is going to be violent. This variation of this coil isn't available on the website. Because A, I'm horrible and nasty, and B, I've not test run this whatsoever. My one little pet peeve with the Serin that I've found is every time I re-wick it, it floods. I mean, it proper floods the deck. And it's worse with 50-50. That's gonna be massively violent. Which I don't mind. Right. Move you out there. Put you in there. Close you like so. Find the hole. I've got a feeling I've messed this up, so I'm not going to fill it, as in fill it. Oh. I'm going to put that much in there. Put you back on there. Oh. Ah. You back on there. Okay. It's it didn't flood that time. So that makes an absolute whopper of a change. Who was an orbit? I was an orbit. Buzzing. Crank that up a little bit. There you go, 0.25, 50 watts, nearly dead battery. A tiny amount of flooding off it, but nothing special. Put a bit more juice in there, not a full tank. I've learnt basically fill it up really quickly. And keep the tank as upright as possible. It's not as cloudy as the last coil that I took out. I find with the Serin, a 2.5mm coil works better than a 3. 3 is my go-to usually. I'd like the chamber a little bit wider. A 4mm hairpin. What? What? Don't just stand there looking at me like a twop. Otherwise I'll sit here and whop you in the knackers.
Maybe.
But so this isn't a review. I actually love the tank. Like most things, it has its pros, has its little cons. The glass could be a touch thicker. My first one, as you can see, I've got no glass in there because before I even managed to put a build in, went to slide it out and broke the glass in two. Also hooked me up with a new a new tank glass. There you go, it's starting to bed in now. And as I say, the glass could do with it being a little bit bigger. A 4mm hairpin would be absolutely sweet, and a touch wider a chamber. Not wider that way, but touch wider that way to get a little bit more air into the into the chamber so you can run a 3mm coil. That would be perfect for me. 0.35, 45 watts. That'd be an absolute cracking little banger. But it's the Serin, early bird, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up Az's ass. They made good stuff when they were. Hello. Go on, dipshit. Go on. Dipshit. I'm trying to do a live and dipshits doing dipshit stuff.
Sounds like a you problem.
You're cruising for a whop in the knackers, aren't you?
You won't do it.
No, I won't do it because I'm on a live and I don't want witnesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Does anyone want to buy a child? Slightly faulty.
Slightly is an understatement.
Okay, very faulty. Comes with issues.
The issues might as well be as long as the Bible, so...
Right, you're not helping me here.
Yeah, that's the point.
But yeah, as I say, the Serin is the Serin. It's a brilliant tank. For the money, they do have more expensive options. That was the black, the base version, and I love it to bits. It's on the 21-700 stubby. It's a nice little combo for me because I like the power off the 21 stubby. I've got the 18 and I've got the Rift. I've got the the Manto, BORO. The 18s just don't have that power to it. Unfortunately, that's me personally. I do want a nice mech BORO. Okay. But oh, put that there. Put that there. Put those there. That and that there. That's rubbish, can go in the bin. Those can go in my build box. And I'll give you a little sneak peek of what is going to be coming on the website soon. If you haven't noticed by the CNC lives, shorts, I am currently making Achi stands. This still hasn't got finish on it yet. Manto isn't bad. That'll pretty much. Let's just turn that down a touch. It will be darker with it being oak. I've got walnuts, which I've still yet to make up. Yeah, the Manto is more a starter kit into BOROs. I've also got no. Also got it in black, walnuts, and I'm waiting for some maple to turn up. For that, it comes with the option of small 510s or the Fat Daddies. That's those. I've got the Atty stands. This is nowhere near finished. It was a rough prototype. Big enough to fit the overpowered, which is 30 mils. So it's got a 32mm hole in there. It will hold something like the rig, with a little bit more wiggle room. I can make it smaller so that it's not a tighter fit, but snug, a little bit more snug. And there it is with the 28. You can see the difference. With the play, and there's the overpowered. This was a prototype as well. Again, the 21700 not 21700 510 Atty stands, and again, these are these ones. This one was done and it didn't fit the overpowered, but it will fit a 2700 or the rig quite happily, and a 24, any standard 24mm. That's this. That was this variant. I can do it where it'll hold 7 7 overpowereds quite happily. Then I've done a 3-tier version that'll hold 21. I've done a version that's basically the 14. And what I was working on the other day, is my BORO is a BORO stand. It will basically, instead of sitting flat, it'll be raised up a little bit, with a drawer fitting, and then it's going to go into a cabinet. So as you slide it out the drawer, it will be slightly raised back towards you, as part of a display cabinet which I'm building for myself. But I can make the Achi stand or BORO stands for that. What do you think? I didn't like the X-ray, as in the look of it. I like a nice weighty mod in my hand. Hence why the stubby 21, the topside jewel. I've got the Rage Squonk, which is a nice heavy beast. So, what do you think of the Achi stands then? Any good? A load of crap? Oh, how long have I been going? Oof, nearly 3 hours. I'm gonna call it quits in a minute. It's starting to get late here. I've got things to do first thing in the morning, so I've got to get up. Wednesday morning, I've got Mitchell going into college, so I doubt I'll do a live tomorrow or Wednesday. I might do another live on Thursday, just see how things go. But thank you everyone that's joined. Refresh this. The 9 people that have dropped a like, absolutely thank you. It's all good for the analytics. Not that I get pushed out to new people, because I've been shadow banned on YouTube, same on Facebook, and the same on Instagram. So you don't see a lot of me on there, because Zuckerberg can go and suck a bag of dicks. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are from. I am out. I'm tired. And I'm gonna go and get some munchies before I go to bed. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters.